Hey guys, Nick here with another 9 to 5 crypto episode, and today we're playing another Gala game. Surprise! If you've been here for a little while, we've been playing a lot of different Gala games, and we have another one for you today that I had no clue you could actually go play right now because I'm behind on the times, guys. I'm getting old. I think I have some gray in my beard, and I'm just, not on Discord as much as I should be. I'm behind on the TikTokers. I can't keep up with these kids, man. Anyhow. Well, you can go play Mirandis right now, and there's a Goblin hunt, so I suggest you give it a try. This sounds like a more interactive playtest number 2, I believe, and I'm not quite sure how violent or not violent this is going to be. Can you shoot the Goblins with arrows? Can you interact with them? I'm not sure, but we're going to figure that out together. But if you like blockchain games, if you like project analysis, deep dives into different projects outside of blockchain gaming, and you like roughly 5 to 10 minute videos on the news highlights and all things in the crypto sphere, please stick around or follow us on 95 Crypto. And with no further ado, let's get rolling. Okay, guys, before we jump right in Mirandis, we're going to do a quick little, high-level overview of what Mirandis is in case you're not familiar. Mirandis is a play-to-earn blockchain video game. So what that means is that you can own your in-game digital assets and do what you will with them. It's no longer we're in the day of age of you buy a Fortnite skin and it's locked in that silo and you can't do anything with it. Instead, if you're buying in-game assets, you can transfer them outside of that economy. So they're not siloed. You can transfer that to US dollar and take that, Mirandis skin or Mirandis horse you got and trade it in for a Ferrari potentially. That is the power of blockchain games, P2E, play to earn, is being able to have full control over your assets. And I think this is something that's very important just to kind of overview and talk about when we're talking about blockchain gaming, because a lot of people assume, well, it's just pay to win or whatever. We don't need more microtransactions in games. That's not what it is. That's not the point of play to earn. The play to earn point is for you to be empowered by what you're actually doing in your game. Now that you're spending 10 or 48 hours, almost a full-time job playing a game per week, you could actually potentially make some livable wage or pay a utility bill while you're playing a game you enjoy. So if you make a play to earn video game that you enjoy, then all the better, right? You can actually earn value outside of your experience. So that's what a blockchain game is, essentially. Kind of long and drawn out, but the game we're going to be playing today is Mirandis, which is an epic fantasy RPG set in a massive world ruled by 5 player monarchs. So there's going to be just 5 giant monarch/clans. You're going to be able to pledge your allegiance, I assume, to one of 5, and then you're going to be able to play kind of like in an open world MMO aspect where you're going to be able to explore the world. And a vibe that I get is almost like a Minecraft vibe, but the game is a lot, I think, aesthetically pleasing, or a lot more pleasing than, Minecraft would be. But yeah, you can see some of the little screenshots right here, Mirandis. These were early on, pretty old ones. But yeah, we didn't come here for old screenshots. We came here for some new raw footage gameplay. So this is my first playthrough of hunting these little green gobbly, not kind words. But, maybe the goblins are actually nice. But apparently we're going to be shooting some goblins. So just going to read you the quick little intro here. The Mirandis team has worked really hard to build some of the core client and server features over the past 5 months. Along with performance improvements, we have focused on art style, a dynamic grass system. You always have to have dynamic grass. Along with performance improvements, we player movement, modes, and physics, fundamental NFT wallet operations, client server synchronized inventory handling, and a brand new, hard to read, projectile system that allows everyone to play in the same, yes, it says projectile, system for everyone to play in the same zone and shoot arrows at a very simple enemy. So yes, it sounds like we're actually going to be able to shoot some goblins. Pew, 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 pew. Those are arrow sounds in case you didn't know. All right, let's shoot some goblins. Tick tock, tick tock. No, I'm not talking about someone dancing. My golden locks, my brown locks, my faded brown locks. Okay, so this is something I noticed, and this is all just raw footage. This is going to be like pretty much reactions here. I'm going to keep the editing to a minimum here. I did notice last time when I played the first playtest, I couldn't see shiz. I'm just going to say shiz, you know what I'm trying to say. I couldn't see anything, and it was just very, very dark. Like, the darkness in this game is very dark. And I feel like I'm walking. We're walking. Okay, we're walking. We're baby steps here. This is kind of creepy. I didn't sign up to play a horror game today. What is this? I have something in my hand. Oh, I got an arrow in my hand, I think. Yeah, bow and arrow I got equipped. So I'm using my stamina bar. My guy's clearly eating too many Chipotle burritos or something because he's just really having a hard time moving forward. Oh god, are those other people? Oh dear god, what was that? I think these are other players. Oh, this guy is just lighting someone up. I think he killed a goblin. Is that a goblin? Oh! This guy just gave no Fs. No Fs were given. What was that? What did he just kill? Is that man bear pig? Okay. Hallelujah. We have light. Thank you, God. Mirandis God. Chicken, goblin God, whatever. Dude, that has to be a freaking goblin. That's, yeah, he's looking kind of goblin-like. Okay, I'm not teabagging you guys. I'm just trying to get a closer eye here. Yeah, this guy is all like, that guy looks pretty cool, you know? Like, look at his armor. This is a player, right? Or are these NPCs? That's probably a player. I feel like we're all just like walking around shooting goblins. But I thought we were supposed to like find goblins. Someone was making it sound like you're supposed to find them on Twitter. Like this wasn't just like a field of goblins to die. Couldn't figure out how to shoot. Ooh. Better watch out. Been playing some battle royales. You better watch out. I can aim kind of. Not really. To be fair, guys, I play most of my competitive stuff on console. You might laugh at that, but I just find a controller just, I don't know, more exciting to use, I guess is the word. Not necessarily more competitive or more skill. Oh my god. He has 2 arrows, both in one eye. That was just freaking brutal. Oh, dear god. That was just not a nice death. Like, 2 arrows, both eyes, and just went down. Dude, is it about to go nighttime again here? That sun is moving really quick. It's like high noon, but it's looking like really not high noon. And this game looks a little choppy. Is there, let's see, guys. Do we have a, okay, mouse sensitivity needs to go, like, probably a little up here. So, yeah, we're limited on settings and stuff. Kind of to be expected when games are in, you know, alpha, beta kind of stages. But, yeah, it would be nice to just have a couple more settings here just to make this experience a little easier. Yeah, there's a lot of, players here. Okay, of course I'm going to be the troll and do this. Oh my god, he took the arrow. It's in his mouth. He's smoking an arrow. This poor man. I don't think you can team kill here. But I'm going to try, damn it. Oh my god, he's a walrus. He's walrusing arrows right now. Oh my god, that poor goblin. Sorry if it's a little choppy again. It's, I don't think I had any settings for quality control here, and the last playtest itself was a little choppy. I saw, not just for me, it looked like for other people too. And we are running, you know, decent gear, RTX 2080 with like, I think it's an i7 processor, so we should be able to pretty much keep up the speed. Now I saw someone with a light source earlier, like a flashlight or a lamp. It looked like they were. And I don't know if that was maybe a shader error, but it looks like someone is walking through with like a modern day flashlight, which I thought was interesting. And there's just this guy just being creepy just in there. So yeah, I'm assuming these are players. Now the last playtest, if you went and interacted with a totem or statue in the town, I don't know exactly what to call it, but you were qualified at that point to get some Materium drop. So we were talking about play-to-earn games earlier. Materium is the currency of Mirandis, right? So you think of like, I draw a lot of comparisons to Fortnite because I feel like there's just a lot of people have probably at least played Fortnite once. But to draw a comparison there, V-Bucks, right? V-Bucks, or you get out of your US dollar or your yen or whatever your currency, your peso, whatever it may be, and you spend that on V-Bucks. So it's an in-game currency for Fortnite. Some of you might be rolling your eyes to some of this if it sounds too obvious, but again, I'm just trying to say this for people that might not know about these type of games. It might be new, just coming in from crypto. But for V-Bucks, you can then transfer those and buy, or well, use those to buy skins and different like cosmetics in Fortnite. Once you do, forever that's locked in your account. Now you could probably go to like a third party and like give up your account information and sell those to someone. That just makes it a little bit more sketchier because there's not someone there just moderating that, making sure that you're not getting screwed on one side of the deal. But what's cool about blockchain is that you're going to be able to have, essentially all these are going to be NFTs, so they're going to be contractually, obligated to be sent from one account to another, and they'll be verifiable, immutable on the blockchain. So you'll have them as, something that's provable that you own it, right? In your, MetaMask wallet, for example, you'll be able to store these NFTs, and you will own these. These will be yours. So that I think is something that's really goes without saying, but it's going to be a huge value proposition because you're going to be able to, exchange NFTs, sell them for whatever dollars out on, open exchanges like OpenSea. And, so if I get like a certain rare bow or something in Mirandis or a certain like skin or, a new steed, I mean, I could sell a couple of those and maybe I could pay, some utility bills. Maybe I could pay the mortgage, whatever. Or, you can exchange those out in or out for Materium, right? So the Materium itself is going to be a currency that you're likely going to be able to like use like V-Bucks in Fortnite and buy, in-game assets. But again, like, let me reiterate, those in-game assets aren't going to be locked away in the Mirandis ecosystem. That value is going to be transferable outside of Mirandis, right, to your real life. And that, yeah, I mean, that's just... To me, that's where my ears just really perked up with blockchain games, because I thought back to a long time ago. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. That looks like a damn flashlight. Does that not? Let's go over here and look. But that's, for me, that's what really, I guess maybe it's moonlight. That is creepy. That's so weird. But that's what is this? Oh, it's like the light off his bow. His bow's got a freaking light on it, man. He's got a flashlight on it. Sorry to get distracted, but for me, that's where I thought like blockchain games were so fascinating and interesting, because as someone that's, aged up in gaming and else has over 25 years of gaming experience, I've spent so many hours, doing that, growing up, doing sports, whatever, weightlifting, bodybuilding, those things, like dedicating yourself to whatever passion you have. And, sometimes you get something like tangible, physical in it. If you do enough sit-ups, you get an 8-pack. You do enough cardio, you refine that 8-pack. You get that, right? In video games, you might get a digital asset in a game that you might not ever do anything in the real world with, right? It might mean nothing to someone that can see you in the real world walking around, like absolutely nothing. But now it's like, well, hey, I dedicated, 100 hours this last month playing Mirandis, and I unlocked a couple of like really valuable items in this game that people are trading in an open market, saying like, oh, these are, determining the true worth of this asset. And now I can sell these and I can go, pay my mortgage or whatever, or pay a utility bill like I keep signing. And for me, that was just huge, because that went against that epiphany, the original epiphany that I was like, hey, I'm playing video games, but what am I doing with my time? I'm wasting my time, as your parents probably told you growing up playing games. Video games are a waste of time. Well, now we're seeing that's not true. There's esports, if you get good enough at a game, you can become an esports player, making like a salary of like 6 figures playing like Overwatch, right? But now the accessibility, the ease of access, right? The barrier to entry from a business standpoint has been reduced, because now it's like, yes, the people that spend the most time in this game, that are the most skilled, etc., are probably going to unlock some of the most valuable assets. But there's going to be randomized drops and things for like that if you participate in the Gala ecosystem. On top of the fact that, like, again, the barrier to entry is going to be reduced. I don't think you're going to have to be a professional player to play these games and win big and get NFTs. And to find value outside of the game. I think you're just going to have to spend your X amount of hours that you already do enjoying the game that you're playing. And if you have a game that's enjoyable and you just enjoy it, then your naturally time's just flying by. I'll spend 40 hours this past month playing Mirandis in my free time. Cool. Now you can transfer that out, and now you made money. That's, to me, that's a really huge thing, because it's no longer that waste of time argument is just really not even there anymore. And if you listen to John Lennon, one of the great Beatles, You know, he said time you enjoy wasting was not wasted. And I'm a true believer in that too. You know, life can be a very limited, fleeting thing. You can lose friends in the blink of an eye, and you know, enjoy your time on this planet. Try to do things you enjoy. If they're not hurting people, they're doing something good, or they're just a neutral thing that doesn't bother someone, do it, right? You know. But that's enough of me just rambling on. I do these in kind of like a podcasty, you know, speech kind of setting. So if you like that, you like that. You don't, you know, sorry. I'm probably not going to do too much pre-scripted stuff. I think the pre-scripting thing, in my opinion, while it's organized and very cool in certain aspects, and you make some really cool edited videos, I just find it to be a little less genuine and a little just sometimes cheesy. So I just try to be naturally cheesy and keep it breezy, you know. Haha. Dad jokes. If that's a dad joke, I don't know. But yeah, guys, this looks pretty basic, but let's try to, instead of just wandering around talking now, let's try to get out of this area, right? Let's try to explore. Let's see what the barriers are here. And that's something I used to love doing. And sorry, my beard is like kind of itching today. But that's something I've always loved doing in video games, is trying to find an exit to places. Like if you ever played the original, you know, Halo 2, there used to be these things called super bounces. Yeah, and you used to be on like these multiplayer matches and live games with players in like the world, and like the games just weren't always patched the best to where you could super bounce. So what that meant is that, you know, sometimes there's just like a little error in the, you know, how the world was constructed. Like there's just like a little slant or divot in a rock, or, you know, on one of the maps, I forget what it's called, but it has the wheel fan in the middle with the beach. Forgetting what it's called. But on that map, there was a window in there, and there's a couple other ones, but there was a window in particular in this space where you could bust it open, and if you just kind of run into the window over and over again, like just jamming yourself into it, you kind of like wedgie, and if your screen would get a little glitchy, you could just drop out of the window, hit the ground below it, and you'd go flying way up in the air. So again, you're just running into kind of like things you shouldn't be clipping into, so to speak. Your character model shouldn't be clipping into, and you clip into them anyway, and you just kind of test the boundaries of the game and see where the sandbox will let you go. And so that's what we're trying to do here, but it does go dark so damn quick, I've noticed. But hey, this is, you know, I'm liking this. The foliage details that they added, like they made in the notes, those are there for sure. You can see the grass. You know, go outside, touch grass. Hashtag quotes of the crypto market. But for real, if you're getting sad or something, sometimes nature's a nice thing. But yeah, you can see that the foliage is definitely looking a lot better. The game's frame rate overall is looking better from the first playtest point of view. It's definitely not as bad as it was. This guy over here has like a freaking glowing thing in his hand, and I'm like, I thought this was his flashlight. That, or like maybe the bows are just like accidentally doing the fight. Come on, man. Universal hello. If you're a real person and not a bot, say hello. Yeah, there we go. Universal hello. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna jump because I'm excited. But yeah, there's a lot more detail in this second version, and like I'm digging this fire. Now, could they add a little bit more? Is it looking a little choppy here and there? Yeah, sure. But I really do like this. I don't know what you call this from an art perspective, but this kind of like comic book, almost cell shaded kind of like contrasty kind of look on this fire is awesome. All right. If you ever notice that I clip some of this stuff out, most of the time it's not because I'm like scripting something. We have 4 rescue dogs, so you know, and we don't live like in a mansion per se, so you might hear them bark, and they just kind of barked again, so I try to pause it while that happens so we don't capture too much of that, trying to kind of denoise that. These streams or videos will get better as I grow and learn more, so just bear with me if you could on things like that. But hey, if you guys want to see me play particular titles, even if they're not Gala Games, let me know. But alright, anyway, further on Gala Games and Mirandus on this test, we do look like we have a limited set number of arrows here. And also, this time in the second playtest, something else I noticed that was different is that you don't seem to be able to choose your character model. So it does look like everyone is using the same generic Chad, Castle Chad, Sir Gala Chad. Again, don't steal my name from Mirandis, dang it, if you're playing. But I'm probably going to be known as Sir Gala Chad running around, unless we're running around with account names. So if that's the case, then it's 9 to 5 Crypto. And my significant other created her Gala Games account for her and linked us up and whatnot when we really originally did it. But she wanted to kind of like maybe play or participate someday. And her account, I think, is only human, like only hue, like a hue of a color, and then man, because we're clever here. So, but I'm gonna go explore with my fellow Galachad. Sir Galachad. Actually, hold on, guys. I'm seeing what looks to be a freaking cave up here. I'm telling you, dude, you cannot move. They have to, I know it's alpha beta test, whatever, and maybe there's reasons for this right now, but please, for the love of God, let me run faster than this, and do not make my stamina bar, like, just drop or tank like this. Like, and I don't know if that's, like, an equip load size or what. Like, I might have too much gear on me. Are these arrows too heavy? I have 10. But, hey, that might be something else they could add. And see, this is a wall. You can't go through that. That sucks. That was a cave, maybe, going to. But yeah, it's, you know, like, what is the stamina going to be like in the game? And sometimes, again, I'm talking a little off cuff here. I'll try to clean it up and edit and, like, drop some of the conversation if it's boring. But, you know, let me know your comments down below, your thoughts on, like, the game. Like, did you play this playtest? Did you play the first playtest? Do you think it's aesthetically better than the first time? I definitely think it looks better than the first playtest. The trees just, I don't remember the trees looking this good. The mountains in the background, you know, they fit the art style. They just kind of look like things that are, you know, your intangibles in the background that you can't really touch or feel or whatever. God, dude, people are just, like, literally just murdering goblins here. Which is, like, you know. And obviously there needs to be probably some more detail added to, you know, goblins' reactions to the arrows. They kind of just take them. Okay, so we're going to continue to kind of look around the map a little bit. Since I spent the first half kind of shooting the shiz with you guys. But we're going to wrap it up pretty quickly. But I'm going to try to... Dude, I'm telling you, man. My guy is like... He's getting like double wrapped Chipotle burritos, triple sour cream, and he's just not stopping. Because he's gassed. And he ain't running. He is not practicing cardio right now. He's like 5 feet and he's gassed. What's this guy doing, huh? This guy's hanging over here. He's like, this is my bush. This is me and my bush. This is me and my friend in my bush. You're not welcome, outsider. You're not welcome, outsider. This man tried to shoot me with an arrow. So there's bones. Okay. Interesting. And wood. Can we make more arrows out of this? So yeah, I don't have a lot of options. So I think this is mostly just a playtest to try just testing out the arrow mechanics and whatnot. But as there's more playtests for Mirandis, we're definitely going to be jumping on in. And yeah, we'll be playing all of them. So if I see them, I'm going to be doing impromptu streams. If we get up to 100 subscribers, that's not trying to encourage anyone to do that. Do you. That's what I always say to people. Do you. But once we do get to 100 subscribers, I think I can start live streaming this. So that would be cool. In the meantime, I'm going to work and see what I can do with Twitch in case you guys just want to chit-chat or just make fun of me because I'm, like, obviously not figuring out what the hell to do here. But yeah, that's kind of going to conclude, I think, our first playthrough of the second playtest of Mirandis, aka shoot a bunch of goblins and test out the hit detection and the shooting routine. But The game is looking better. The sound is better. And I'm definitely looking forward to more Mirandis. Well, guys, that was our first playthrough on the second playtest of Mirandus, where we got to kind of test out the arrow mechanic and shooting goblins that were kind of just walking around helplessly. So hopefully, obviously, it's a very early stage game still. I think it's more in an alpha stage rather than a beta, in my opinion. Again, developers, etc., other people, you may disagree, but I think they're doing some good improvements. The lighting looks better. The fires look awesome. The textures are just looking cool, cel shaded, contrasty, kind of like a comic book, blended with Minecraft, but looks better than Minecraft. I'm enjoying it, and I think the Sir Gala Chads all running around, the Chad Knights with their bows and arrows are hilarious. For that own reason, but it looks like it's a game that's improving across the board, right? Across the grass, the grass textures even look better. But if you guys enjoy some of this content and some of these breakdowns, some analysis, kind of like on the power of blockchain games, the power of play to earn, the games themselves as they're releasing some of these early stages of gameplay, consider sticking around. We're also going to be doing some project deep dives in the future. If you guys have any suggestions that you'd like to see me cover, a different type of game or a project that's non-game related, let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, guys, as I always like to say, I didn't forget my mug, you forgot your mug. Coffee's on me.